Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Talk Maya. I'm Maya.
And I'm Carlos. Thanks for spending your time with us today.
Carlos, I have to ask, Valentine's Day is coming up. How are you feeling about it?
Honestly, a little nervous. I never know what to say or how to talk about it without sounding awkward.
You know what? That's exactly why we're doing this episode. Valentine's Day creates more English conversations than almost any other holiday, and if you're not prepared, it can feel really uncomfortable.
Right? And it's not just about romance. People ask about your plans at work, friends want to know what you're doing, and even strangers make small talk about it.
Exactly. So today, we're going to have a real conversation about Valentine's Day English, not a boring list of phrases, an actual conversation where Carlos asks the questions he's really wondering about, and I'll teach him the natural ways English speakers handle these situations.
That sounds way better than memorizing scripts I'll never actually use.
Much better. And here's the thing. By the end of this conversation, you're going to know one phrase that native speakers use constantly in February, but most English learners never learn. Once you hear it, you'll notice it everywhere.
Okay, I'm intrigued. But first, can we start with the basics? Like, what do I even say when Valentine's Day comes up?
Perfect place to start. The simplest thing is just Happy Valentine's Day. You can say this to anyone, friends, family, coworkers, your partner. It's not weird or too romantic by itself.
Happy Valentine's Day, Maya.
Happy Valentine's Day to you too, Carlos. See? Easy and natural. Now, here's what happens next. Someone will usually ask about your plans.
Right, and that's where I panic. What if I don't have plans? What if my plans are boring?
Okay, let's tackle this because it's a huge fear for learners. The most common question you'll hear is, do you have any plans for Valentine's Day?
And if I say no, doesn't that sound sad?
Not at all. Here's the beautiful thing about English-speaking cultures. It's completely acceptable not to celebrate Valentine's Day. You can say, not really, it's just another day for me, and nobody will judge you.
Really? Just like that?
Just like that. Or you can say, no, just staying home, or nothing special. All of these are perfectly normal answers.
What if I am doing something, but I don't want to make a big deal about it?
Then you say, we're keeping it simple, or just a quiet night in. Both of these sound relaxed and sweet without oversharing.
We're keeping it simple. I like that. It doesn't feel forced.
Exactly. Now, here's an interesting pattern. When people talk about their Valentine's Day plans, they use specific verbs. Listen to this. We're going out for dinner.
Going out, not going to dinner.
Exactly. That word out is important. It signals this is special, not just a regular dinner. It means you're making an effort, getting dressed up, going somewhere nice.
So going out for dinner means it's a date, basically.
Right. The opposite is we're staying in. This means you're at home, maybe cooking together, watching movies, making it cozy and intimate.
That actually sounds nicer to me than going out.
A lot of people feel that way, and that's totally fine. You know what else is fine? Doing nothing for Valentine's Day at all.
But don't people expect you to celebrate?
Some do, some don't. You'll hear people say, we don't really do Valentine's Day all the time.
We don't really do Valentine's Day. What does that mean exactly?
It means they've decided not to celebrate it. Maybe they think it's too commercial, or maybe they prefer to show love in their own way on different days.
So it's not offensive to say that.
Not at all. Native speakers completely understand this. They might say, it's not really our thing, or we skip Valentine's Day. It's very common.
That's a relief. Okay, but what about when I'm single? I feel like everyone's in a relationship during Valentine's Day.
Carlos, you're not alone in feeling that way. But here's the truth. Tons of people are single on Valentine's Day, and there's zero shame in it. In fact, people have gotten really creative with how they talk about it.
Creative how?
Well, some people use humor. They call it Singles Awareness Day and make jokes about it.
That's actually funny. So humor makes it less awkward.
Humor makes everything less awkward. You could say something like, I'm treating myself to something special, which shows self-care and confidence.
I'm treating myself. I like that because it's not sad, it's empowering.
Exactly. Or you say, I'm spending time with friends. Because Valentine's Day isn't just for romantic love. There's actually a whole celebration called Galentine's Day on February 13th.
Galentine's Day?
It started from a TV show called Parks and Recreation. It's when women celebrate their female friendships the day before Valentine's Day. Now it's become a real thing. People have brunches, girls' nights, friend celebrations.
So, Valentine's Day is expanding beyond just couples?
Definitely. It's becoming more inclusive. The focus is shifting to all kinds of love, friendship, family, self-love.
That makes it feel less pressured. Speaking of pressure, what about at work? I never know how to handle Valentine's Day conversations with coworkers.
Great question. At work, you want to keep things light and professional. When someone asks, any fun plans for Valentine's Day? They're just making small talk.
So, what's a good answer that's friendly but not too personal?
You can say, just dinner with my partner, or just a quiet night in. These share a little bit without oversharing.
Short and simple.
Exactly. And if you don't want to talk about it at all, you can say, nothing too exciting. How about you? This answers and redirects.
That's smart. It shifts focus away from me. What if there's an office Valentine's Day thing?
Some offices do small celebrations, like Valentine's cookies in the break room or a little treat exchange. These are always optional.
What if I don't want to participate?
You can say, thanks, but I'm good, or that's sweet, but I'll pass. Both are polite and acceptable.
Okay, that helps. Now, can we talk about the romantic part? Because that's where I really struggle.
Of course. What specifically makes you nervous?
Knowing what to say. How do I express feelings without sounding like a cheesy movie?
This is such an important point. Many English learners use language that's way too dramatic because they translate from their native language or copy movies.
What do you mean, too dramatic?
Like saying, my heart belongs to you forever when you've been dating for 2 months. That sounds like a soap opera, not real life.
Okay, so what do native speakers actually say?
They keep it simple and honest. Something like, you mean a lot to me is perfect.
You mean a lot to me. That's it?
That's it. It's genuine, clear, and natural. You could also say, I really appreciate everything you do for me, or you make me so happy.
Those are so simple.
Simple is better. Dramatic sounds fake. Honest sounds real. Another good one is, I love spending time with you.
So I don't need to sound like poetry.
Definitely not. In fact, trying to sound poetic usually backfires. Just be yourself and use simple English.
That actually takes a lot of pressure off. What about giving compliments? I'm always worried I'll say something wrong.
Compliments are easier than you think. You can talk about how someone looks. You look really nice today, or you look beautiful.
You look really nice today. That feels safe.
It is. You can also be more specific. I really like your dress, or you have a great smile.
Being specific makes it feel more genuine.
Exactly. You can also compliment personality. You're so thoughtful, or you're really kind.
And when someone compliments me, I just say thank you?
Yes, always. You can add, that's very kind of you to say, if you want to sound extra gracious.
What about asking someone out? That's the scariest scenario.
It can feel scary, but the language is actually simple. You can say, would you like to get coffee sometime?
Coffee is less scary than dinner.
Exactly. It's casual, low pressure. If you want to be more specific about Valentine's Day, you can say, would you like to have dinner with me for Valentine's Day?
Would you like to have dinner with me for Valentine's Day? Let me practice that.
Perfect. And if someone asks you and you want to say yes,
I'd say I'd love to.
beautiful. I'd love to, or that sounds wonderful. Both show enthusiasm.
What if I need to say no politely?
You can say, that's so kind of you to say, but I'm busy. Or maybe another time. These are kind and respectful.
Maybe another time doesn't close the door completely.
Right, it's gentle. Now, let's talk about gifts, because this is where language gets interesting.
Okay, what's the right way to talk about gifts?
First, notice that native speakers say get, not buy. Like, what did you get for your partner? Not, what did you buy?
Why get instead of buy?
Get sounds more casual and natural. Buy sounds transactional. You can say, I got them flowers, or I got my girlfriend some jewelry.
I got them flowers. That does sound more natural. What's interesting is get works both ways, right?
Exactly. I got them flowers means you gave flowers. I got flowers means you received flowers. The context makes it clear.
That's actually clever. What do I say when I'm giving a gift?
Just, this is for you, or I got this for you. Super simple.
And when I receive a gift?
Thank you so much is perfect. You can add you shouldn't have, which is a polite expression meaning it was very kind but not necessary.
You shouldn't have doesn't mean I'm upset they gave me a gift.
No, it's exactly the opposite. It's a warm, appreciative phrase, very common.
English is weird sometimes. Okay, what if my partner and I agreed not to exchange gifts?
Then you say, we agreed not to do gifts this year. This is completely normal.
Really? People do that?
All the time. It saves money, reduces pressure, and lets you focus on spending time together. Nobody judges it.
That's good to know. Now, I have to ask, what's this secret phrase you mentioned earlier?
Ah, you remembered. Okay, here it is. When someone asks about your Valentine's Day plans and you haven't decided yet, native speakers say, we haven't figured out our plans yet.
We haven't figured out our plans yet. That's the secret phrase?
That's it. Or the shorter version, we haven't decided yet.
Why is this so special?
Because it's incredibly natural and useful. It shows you're thinking about it, but there's no pressure. It's relaxed and honest.
We haven't figured it out yet. Once you say it, I realize I've probably heard this before.
You definitely have. And here's the bonus. This phrase works for any plans, not just Valentine's Day. We haven't figured out summer vacation yet, or we haven't decided on dinner yet.
So it's a multi-purpose phrase. I like it.
Exactly. Now, let me ask you, how do you feel about people who complain about Valentine's Day?
I mean, some people really don't like it. Is it rude to complain?
Not at all. Complaining about Valentine's Day is actually really common. People call it a Hallmark holiday.
What does that mean?
Hallmark is a greeting card company. Calling something a Hallmark holiday means it feels too commercial, like it's just about selling cards and gifts.
So it's kind of dismissive.
Yes, people also say Valentine's Day is overrated, which means it's not as special as people claim.
How do I respond if someone complains and I actually like Valentine's Day?
You can say, I see your point, but I still enjoy celebrating love. This respects their opinion while sharing yours.
That's diplomatic. What if I agree with them?
Then you say, I know, right? Or it feels so commercial. These validate their feelings.
People really do complain a lot about it, don't they?
They do, especially about the cost. You'll hear people joke, my wallet is much lighter after Valentine's Day.
That's actually funny because it's relatable.
Exactly. Humor about Valentine's Day expenses is very common. People might say, I'm trying to keep costs down this year, or we set a budget for gifts.
Talking about money doesn't seem taboo.
It's not, at least not in this context. People are pretty open about it. Someone might even admit, I went a little overboard this year.
Went overboard means spent too much, right?
Yes, more than planned. It's usually said with a bit of humor and maybe a tiny bit of pride.
Like they're embarrassed, but also happy they did it.
Exactly that feeling. Now, what about the day after, February 15th? Do people talk about what happened? All the time. People ask, how was your Valentine's Day? Or, did you do anything fun yesterday?
And what are typical responses?
If it went well, people are enthusiastic. It was amazing, or we had a great time.
What if it was disappointing?
Then you might hear, it was okay, or nothing special. These sound understated, like expectations weren't quite met.
And if it was terrible?
People usually use humor. They might say, well, we survived another one, with a laugh.
Self-deprecating humor?
Exactly. It helps lighten things. Single people might joke, just another Tuesday for me.
That keeps it light and avoids awkwardness.
Right. Now, what if someone tells you they had a bad Valentine's Day? How do you respond?
I guess I'd want to be supportive, but not make it worse.
Perfect instinct. You can say, I'm sorry it didn't go as planned, or that's too bad.
Short and sympathetic.
Yes. You can also say, that sounds frustrating, or maybe next year will be better.
These are empathetic without asking nosy questions.
Exactly. Sometimes just listening is enough.
Can we talk about cultural differences? I feel like Valentine's Day might be different in different countries.
Good point. In the United States, Valentine's Day is very commercial. Restaurants are packed, flower prices skyrocket, chocolate sales go crazy.
So it's a big deal there.
Huge. In the UK, it's similar, but often a bit less commercial. Still flowers, chocolates, cards, romantic dinners, but maybe slightly toned down.
What about other countries?
Australia is interesting because February is summer there, so beach dates and outdoor activities are popular. The whole vibe is different, more relaxed and sunny.
That does sound different from a cozy winter dinner.
Very different. Canada is the opposite. February is cold and snowy, so people prefer staying indoors. Cozy restaurants, candlelit dinners at home.
Understanding these differences helps with conversations.
Definitely. If someone mentions a beach date, you know they're probably from the southern hemisphere. If they talk about snow, northern hemisphere.
That's actually useful small talk knowledge.
It is. Now, here's something I want to make sure you understand. There are some phrases that appear everywhere in February. Have you heard, love is in the air?
Yes, what does that actually mean?
It means people are feeling romantic. There's a romantic atmosphere everywhere. You'll see it in ads, hear it in conversations.
Any other common expressions?
Wearing your heart on your sleeve means showing your emotions openly.
So if I'm wearing my heart on my sleeve, I'm not hiding my feelings.
Exactly. Another one is head over heels, which means completely in love.
She's head over heels for him.
Perfect usage. These expressions pop up constantly around Valentine's Day.
They're good to know for understanding media and conversations.
Absolutely. Now, what if I don't want to talk about Valentine's Day at all? What if it makes me uncomfortable?
That's a fair question. How do I politely avoid these conversations?
If someone asks about your plans, you can say, I'm keeping it low-key.
Low-key means...
Subtle, not making a big deal about it. It's purposely vague, but polite.
So it answers without really answering.
Right. You can also say, nothing too exciting, and then ask, how about you? This shifts focus.
Redirecting the conversation.
Exactly. Or you can set a gentle boundary. I'd rather not make a big deal about it.
And people respect that?
Most people do, yes. If you want to use humor, you can say, ask me again on February 15th.
That's playful and avoids the topic.
Perfect for keeping things light. Now, let's talk about surprise planning, because people love discussing surprises.
I've heard people get really excited about surprises.
They do. They might hear something like, I'm planning a surprise for my partner, or don't tell them, but I'm secretly planning something special.
That creates excitement.
It does. People often share their nervousness too. I hope they like what I planned.
That's vulnerable.
Very. And after Valentine's Day, they share the results. The surprise went perfectly, or they were so surprised.
What if the surprise went wrong?
Then they usually tell it as a funny story. Everything that could go wrong did go wrong, with a laugh.
Turning mistakes into humor.
Always. Now, I want to make sure we cover one more thing. Romantic language for English learners.
This is where I need really help.
The key is keeping it simple and genuine. Don't translate romantic phrases directly from your language. They often sound strange in English.
Can you give me an example?
Sure, in some languages, very poetic expressions are normal, But in English, every moment with you is like paradise sounds over the top.
What would sound more natural?
I love spending time with you. Same feeling, simpler words.
So simple is better than poetic.
Almost always in daily conversation, save the poetry for written cards, not spoken conversation.
That makes sense. Any other common mistakes?
Being too formal. Don't say, I would be honored if you would accompany me to dinner.
What should I say instead?
Would you like to have dinner with me? Much more natural.
The formal version sounds like a business proposal.
Exactly. In English, romantic language is usually warm and simple, not fancy and complicated.
This is really helpful. I feel like I've been overthinking everything.
Most learners do. They think they need special vocabulary or complex grammar for romance, but really, you just need sincerity and simple words.
You mean a lot to me is better than you are the light of my existence.
Perfect example. The first one sounds real. The second one sounds like you're reading from a script.
Okay, so let me put this all together. If someone asks about my Valentine's Day plans, I can say, we haven't figured it out yet.
Perfect.
If I want to give a compliment, I keep it simple. You look really nice, or I really like your smile.
Great.
If I'm giving a gift, I say, this is for you. And when I receive one, thank you so much, you shouldn't have.
Excellent.
If I want to express feelings, I use simple, honest language. You make me happy, or I appreciate you.
Beautiful.
And if I don't want to celebrate Valentine's Day, that's completely fine. I can say, we don't really do Valentine's Day, or it's not really our thing.
All perfect. You've got it.
I actually feel so much more confident now. I thought I needed to learn hundreds of phrases, but it's really about understanding the patterns.
That's exactly it. English speakers don't use complicated language for Valentine's Day. They use simple, warm, genuine expressions.
And there's no pressure to celebrate if you don't want to.
None at all. Whether you're in a relationship, single, celebrating, not celebrating, all of it is normal and accepted.
That's really freeing to know.
It should be. The goal isn't to perform perfectly, it's to communicate honestly.
So what should our viewers do after watching this video?
Pick one phrase from our conversation today. Just one. Maybe, we haven't figured it out yet, or you mean a lot to me. Practice saying it until it feels natural.
Don't try to learn everything at once.
Exactly. One phrase used confidently is better than 20 phrases you're nervous about.
Small steps.
Small steps lead to big progress. And remember, Valentine's Day is just one day. These conversation skills work all year.
The skills are transferable.
Completely. Giving compliments, making plans, expressing feelings, you'll use these in every relationship conversation you ever have.
So before we finish, I want to ask our viewers something.
Go ahead.
How do people celebrate Valentine's Day in your country? Is it similar to what we discussed or completely different?
Great question. We'd love to hear from you in the comments. Tell us your cultural traditions, the phrases you use, how Valentine's Day feels where you live.
Every comment helps us learn from each other.
And helps us create better content for you.
So from both of us, thank you for learning with us today.
Thank you for your time, your effort, and your courage to improve.
Remember, be kind to yourself. Learning a language is a journey.
And you're doing great.
Happy Valentine's Day, everyone.
Happy learning, and we'll see you next time.